Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Toku, the only podcast where we talk about sci-fi monsters and dinosaur adventures. I'm your host, David.
I'm Brian.
And boy, we're once again stretching the bounds of what can be considered kaiju today. We didn't know what to do today. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We didn't know what to do today. So instead, I'm just gonna talk about Doom for a long time.
Yeah.
Because Doom: The Dark Ages is coming out in like less than a month, I think, and I'm really, really excited for it. So we're just gonna talk about Doom, and that's the show.
Yeah, we're creeping ever closer to episode 100.
I know, this is episode 90.
I got literally nothing in terms of ideas for that.
We have
episode.
Brian, look at it this way. Because we do every other week, there's 10 episodes left, so that's 20 weeks. That's 20 weeks to figure something out. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, but but we still have to plan for the episodes in between.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. We'll manage.
Okay.
Oh my God! You know what? Hold on. I just remembered something.
We can't do too much big thinking all at the same time.
Speaking of
sharing brain cells.
No, I know. Speaking of big thinking, I just realized I forgot a very important thing for later in the show. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. We're all safe. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
So yeah, Doom. That's what we're gonna do today. But there's stuff to talk about before we do non-kaiju stuff on our kaiju podcast. We got news. Brian, what's new?
Godzilla manga.
Yes. And you would know about this if you'd seen the thing I sent you on Instagram last night, Brian, but you didn't.
Oh, I will look at it right now. Hold on.
Unbelievable.
There it is. I see it. There it is. Wow. Yeah, that's a big go, right? Holy shit, that looks awesome.
Yeah. So we still really don't know a whole much about this, other than Shinji Nishikawa, who has a long and storied history with the franchise at this point. He designed Godzilla and some of the other characters, I think, but we know he definitely designed Godzilla. And yeah, we just got a first full look at it. I think the Twitter account has been posting like little teasers here and there over the past couple of weeks. We knew the Gotengo was going to make an appearance because that was shared a couple weeks ago, but this is our first huge look. This is our first full look at Godzilla. We got that. Someone pointed this out. A lot of newer Godzilla designs, they really like giving him those elbow spikes. It's interesting. I like it. It's a neat little touch, but it's been on every new Godzilla design for the past 5 years.
Big shout out to the spines, dude. Those look excellent.
I love how that crystalline look. It's so cool.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took this long for there to be a mashup between the bony spines and the crystal spines. Mm-hmm. People he's either got more crystalline spines or they are more bony in structure.
Yeah.
And can't believe it took him this long to try and kind of morph them together, because that looks really fucking cool.
Also, I have to shout out the fucking Super Mario ass name. It's Godzilla Galaxy Odyssey. That's just Mario.
Do you think he's gonna have a little hat companion? He's gonna be following him around and helping him do puzzles and shit?
Or
oh my God, maybe it's the ship, the Gotengo. Maybe that's his hat.
I mean, it does appear to be above him in this picture. So
yeah, it's his hat. Confirmed. Toho's trying to tell us something with that name.
Or maybe it's a Mario crossover. Could you imagine a Mario Godzilla crossover? They've been doing a bunch of wacky crossovers recently.
I would not be surprised at all if they did a Mario crossover.
I don't know, but like Nintendo is just as protective of that IP as Toho is with Godzilla, if not more
what about
so.
a Godzilla Sonic crossover?
I'm hoping that. Listen, Sonic is doing a DC crossover right now.
Dude, that is like surprisingly likely if you think it through.
Again,
I think
there is currently a DC Sonic crossover running right now and a Godzilla Marvel crossover. So it's not without the realm of possibility, especially because Sonic, the comic rights to Sonic are also owned by IDW. So like it really wouldn't be that difficult.
That's just like a conference call.
It is. It really is.
Wow.
So
that's funny.
Maybe someday, hopefully soon, because I would kill for a Godzilla. I think a lot of people out there. Who would win?
Who would win in a fight? Godzilla or Knuckles?
Or Knuckles?
Or Knuckles?
Just like base form Knuckles? Probably Godzilla.
I don't know anything about Sonic, so you expand on this.
We're gonna have to do a whole. Well, I've talked about doing a whole episode. This
entire episode is a fucking episode. You could waste as much time as you want.
This is true, but no, I've talked about wanting to do a whole episode on Sonic because there's kaiju in Sonic. So that'll be an episode for later. Don't worry. That'll
be one of the 10 or 9 episodes between now and 100.
Or
we could just make it 100.
I was going to say, what if episode 100 is just talking about fucking Sonic?
Do you know how fucking based it would be if we made episode 100 a Sonic episode?
That would be the funniest thing we've ever done on this show. And we've done a lot of funny things on this show.
At least funny to us.
Funny to us. Yeah, I don't care about what other people think. If it makes me laugh, that's all that matters.
I know that objectively I'm the funniest person on earth.
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
But so Godzilla Galaxy Odyssey, it comes out in Japan on May 27th. Well, it will start serialization on May 27th. There is, as of yet, no word on US distribution. I would be shocked if we didn't see it at some point because it's Godzilla. Toho understands how big the IP is at this point. I'm sure we'll see it at some point. It's just a matter of when, not if.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll probably be like a year.
I don't know. I mean,
like.
It doesn't,
or maybe more like 6 months.
Well, actually, for manga, it usually is about a year because the way we get manga in the U.S. is that they put them out in like the volumes, the tankobon, and because it's being serialized in Japan, it's being released. I don't know if it's actually being released on a monthly basis or weekly, but it's going by chapters. So usually they'll wait for a number of chapters to be released, and then they'll put it out in a actual like volume, which is how we get them here in the States. Kind of like how we do comic books. After a couple issues, they'll put out the trade paperback of like 5 or 6 issues or whatever. So that's how we kind of do manga here in the States. So it depends on that, I guess. So yeah,
gotcha.
But I'm excited. We have no idea what this is even about, but I think there's some space shit happening given the title.
Probably.
And the Gatango being there, and also there was a tease. There was some weird alien looking dude, a silhouette at least. There wouldn't see many like details, but it looked like a weird alien dude. And that's all I'm saying.
I hope we get a new original cool alien design.
That would be
because
sick.
We have been getting the same exilian shit over and over.
Mm-hmm. So
I need cool stuff. Ultraman has been knocking it out of the park with alien characters. Godzilla can do it too.
I know. Well, we got to talk about Ultraman in a minute too. But before we do that, Brian, it's finally happening. Even though it happened already 6 years ago, but Godzilla's coming to Boston.
That movie sucks. Dude.
Yeah, it's okay.
Fuck it.
But Godzilla's coming to Boston. It's the next installment in the Godzilla vs. America series from IDW. Godzilla versus Boston. Obviously, we got to read it because we're from Boston. But I will say it's really funny how on both covers, it's clear that the artists and IDW didn't get the rights to use the Sitgo sign, which is it's just funny.
A shit go sign.
It's just on the one cover, it's City Go, and the triangle is upside down, and on the other one, it's right side up, but it's like divided into 4 triangles, and you can't read the text. So, you know.
That's funny.
Yeah, no like official what's the word I'm looking for? What the hell? I say this like every time I talk about comics, and I don't know what it is. But we don't have like a synopsis for it. It's just like we just have Jake Williams and Nick Nino, who are the editors for this, talking about it. But it sounds like, from what I can tell, at least, there's going to be a story that takes place in the 1800s, which that's always cool. I love seeing Godzilla in different time periods. That's what I liked about Rage Across Time a lot. So yeah, I've just as a heads up. So this is out in July 30th. I'm already planned to put out a review for this issue for Kaiju United because I'm the Boston man on the Kaiju United team. So keep an eye out for my review in a couple months.
You're that Boston guy.
I park the car in Harvard Yard.
Oh my god.
Did you like that, Brian?
No, I did not like that.
Well, I didn't like doing it. I didn't like doing it if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah, I'm glad it caused you pain because it caused me pain. Ultraman, Dave. Ultraman.
He's back.
He's red. He's red.
He is red. I mean, he's kind of always been red, but not this red.
He's
not for a while.
He's more red.
He is
mostly
more red. He is more red.
Yeah.
So we got a full trailer for Ultraman Omega, and it looks really, really cool. This is scheduled to start airing July 5th in Japan. And again, I'm sure it's going to be simulcast to YouTube, as have every other Ultraman series since Zet. The neat thing about this is that we're finally getting another Ultra in disguise, not like a host. So the main human character is Ultraman Omega, just in disguise as a human, and that's always that always makes for some fun storytelling beats. And apparently he has amnesia as well, so he doesn't even realize he's Ultraman just yet, which I don't know if that has been done before. Someone who's more knowledgeable on Ultraman can probably correct me, but to my knowledge, I don't think we've seen that before. So who knows? But it's being directed by Masayoshi Takasue, who did Ultraman RB, Ultraman Decker, and the Trigger movie. Not the Trigger show,
okay,
but the Trigger movie. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen RB. Decker was pretty solid. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it looks really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in space, which is kind of fresh.
I gotta say, I mean, after Arc finished up, I wasn't super enthused by it, but so I was worried that I wouldn't be excited for the next series, but I'm pretty excited for this. Looks pretty good. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. What is you said it's July, right?
July 5th.
Or June? Oh my god. It's right after America Day.
Oh my god. Maybe that's why he's more red.
No, nobody's gonna be celebrating America Day this year.
Oh god, no. I sure. I mean, I don't remember the last time I did, but I'm definitely not doing it this year.
Yeah. Oh well.
Actually, no, that's not
Yeah,
true.
at least we'll have Omega to look forward to,
Yeah,
so it won't be a huge loss.
exactly. Well, actually, here's the thing. Like, I say I don't celebrate it, but like, I'll use it as an excuse to drink. That's something, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. I mean also like I like I like unhealthy meat food, like cheeseburgers. So
Amen to that,
it's
brother.
amen to that. I like cheeseburgers. I like steak.
A
I
good
like
hot
pulled pork
dog.
sandwiches.
Oh, fucking pulled pork, dude. Ugh, delicious.
Whenever the U.S. invades Canada, this is the culture we're bringing.
It's just meat.
Yeah,
Love
hot
it.
dogs and cheeseburgers.
Goddamn right.
Pulled pork sandwiches. Oh my god, dude. I love the future. I love
God,
current
this
day.
episode is going off the rails so quickly. I love it.
Hey, you're gonna talk about Doom for a fucking hour,
That's
but after
true.
we do Mad Libs,
That's
right?
true. Okay, so Brian, speaking of Mad Libs, do we want to address the elephant in the room?
What's the elephant in the room?
I think you know. Your fucking basement comment.
Oh.
Brian,
Okay,
let me tell
so
you.
we hashed it out.
I asked fucking
I'm not
everyone.
convinced.
I
I'm not
asked
convinced.
everyone I knew. I was like, hey, would you consider a basement a building? They all fucking said no. And
Yeah,
the
but
people,
I wasn't
the
there.
people,
I wasn't there to plead my case.
the people who said yes, I then used the arguments I was using against you, and they were like, "Oh, actually, yeah, that does make sense. No, it's not a building." So I don't know what to tell you, Brian.
No. No. I wasn't there to plead my case. I came up with counterpoints to every one of your counterpoints. We're even. You can't convince me. Take the L.
I'm not taking the L because literally everyone agreed with me and not you. So I don't know what to tell you, brother.
This is the catalyst for the show ending.
It really is. We're not even gonna make it to episode 100.
No, I will never back down from my position. I think a basement can be a building. Can be, not 100% of the time.
We'll agree to disagree. This is why we never see each other in person anymore, Brian. It's because of this.
Because every time I see you, I just want to spontaneously like go fucking monkey mode and like beat the shit out of you.
We're gonna go into a basement and you'll be like, hey, this is a nice building here.
Oh my god. You just fucking strangle me.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, hopefully we don't have a repeat of that this week. So for a little bit of context, this one is titled "Run, It's Godzilla," Brian. All right.
Oh, here we go.
So first up, I need a plural noun.
A plural noun. Let's go with let's go. Oh man, I don't know what a good plural noun is.
I'm gonna say maracas.
Italians.
I'm saying maracas. I beat you to it.
Italians. No, Italians is funnier.
No, I already
Please.
put maracas. If I think of something before you do, Brian, I'm taking it.
Fuck.
Person in room, I'm putting Brian Kershaw because last time we did me. We did me last time.
That's fine.
I need something alive.
Something alive. Let's go with a. What the name? I was like just talking about a fucking animal with a funny name. And I forget it now.
Okay.
God damn it.
What kind of fish were you feeding today, Brian?
I was feeding Chinook salmon.
Do you want to put Chinook salmon?
Sure.
Let's do it.
I love Chinook salmon.
Is it Chinook, not Chinook?
It's Chinook.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard that spoken out loud before. So.
Wow. You can also call them king salmon.
Fancy. I need a noun.
A noun? Okay. Let's go with outhouse.
Love it. It's an outhouse.
Is that a building?
We had the same fucking thought. I would say an outhouse is a building.
Okay. I agree with you.
All right, good. I'm glad. I need.
There's just a slow buildup of resentment between us.
I need a type of liquid, Brian.
All right, let's go with sulfuric acid.
Oh my god. Okay.
I was working with 50% sulfuric acid today.
Were you? How did that go?
I was. It was great. I didn't get it on my hands, and I didn't have to rinse my hands in a chemical thing.
That's good.
So we're good.
I need another plural noun.
Another plural noun. Four locos.
Okay. Surprised you didn't
I was
use
gonna
that
use it
for.
at some point.
You could have used it for type of liquid.
Well, I was waiting for one where you might have specified like a drink or some kind of substance. I don't know.
I don't
so
think
I just
Mad Libs is
I gave up.
usually that specific about
But
it.
sometimes you give me like you say like this would be better here.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. I need a verb ending in ing.
All right, shitting.
Okay. Speaking from experience today, Brian.
Yeah.
I need.
This episode is so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I'm
it
so
is.
sorry, everybody.
I'm not.
This is just what Dave and I do, like when we're hanging out. We just like say a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah, this is the entire basis of our friendship right here. I need an adjective.
Adjective. That what are adjectives again?
They describe something.
They describe. Got it. Oh, all right. Let's go with stanky.
Stanky. Love it. Guess what, Brian? I need another plural noun.
Oh my god. Okay. Philly cheesesteaks.
God, I love a Philly cheesesteak.
You know what? I have been craving a Philly cheesesteak lately.
I think Philly cheesesteaks are my favorite sandwich.
Yeah, I think out of all the sandwiches, I like pulled pork sandwiches the most, or maybe like a really good BLT. But man, yeah, Philly cheesesteaks are like really fucking good.
Goddamn right.
It's just hard. It's hard to get like a good one.
Yeah,
especially here. Especially here.
I need a number.
All right, next
I need a number.
Number. Okay. 3.79.
I don't know why we never thought to do decimals. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. This also all this shit I'm like rattling off from just what I did today.
Okay.
3.79 is a significant number.
Why is it significant, Brian?
So you know how I told you I used sulfuric acid today?
Yes.
That was part of doing a titration to figure out what the dissolved oxygen content of a sample of water is. And 3.79 what is it? I don't know. I forgot the unit, but 3.79 something per liter is what the dissolve, which is very bad.
Okay.
By the way, that is really bad, unsustainable. Fish couldn't live in it. So yeah.
Gotcha. All right. I need an exclamation.
Exclamation. Go with oh my god, just Godzilla. Just that.
Okay.
Just like the famous line from Godzilla 2000.
Yeah, I knew exactly where you were going with that.
Yeah. If there's another exclamation, you got to put Katagiri.
There is not another exclamation. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's so sad.
I can look ahead for next time. No, there's no exclamation for next one. Well, put that in your notes, Brian. We'll keep that in the bank.
I don't need to put it in my notes because it's gonna be in my head forever.
Okay. I need a verb ending in ing.
Okay. Splitting.
Splitting. Like the hit movie Split.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
Neither have I.
I heard it was good, but basically only because it was written before M. Night turned into a bad director.
I need a part of the body.
Oh man. Let's go with butt cheek.
Butt cheek. You know what? I'm gonna add something to it that I'm not gonna say until I read it off, because I think it's gonna be funny.
Hold on. Would you consider the butt crack a part of the body?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Interesting.
Would you not?
I don't know. I can't. I don't really know. I like think about it. The crack is formed by the butt cheeks.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
The butt cheeks.
That
so
is
it's
fair.
more of the lack of body part being there.
I suppose that's true.
Something to think about. Wow, this episode's gonna fucking suck. I'm sorry, everybody.
This is terrible, dude.
Cool. I hope that this is funny for you guys, at the very least.
I need a vehicle.
A vehicle. Let's go with a Subaru hatchback.
Love it.
The most popular car in the Pacific Northwest. Every like third car is a Subaru hatchback.
Really? I don't know. There was a lot of Teslas when I visited.
Dude, they've disappeared.
Really? Good.
They have disappeared. I went from seeing about maybe 20 to 30 a day to seeing less than 5 a day.
God.
So, yeah, it's, they're still common, but not nearly as. People have been selling that shit off, dude.
Good.
Yeah.
And
Cybertrucks, I've seen no Cybertrucks lately.
I wish
Zero.
that were me. I still see one like at least once a week.
I get like stress dreams about the time I saw like a whole car carrier filled with Cybertruck.
I forgot about that. I remember you told me about that.
That was the most unhappy I've ever been.
I need a part of the body, plural.
Part of the body, plural. Let's go with big toes.
Big toes. You actually picked the perfect thing for that. I need a verb.
Is that right? A verb? Okay. Let's go with crawl. Or no, not crawl. Let's go. Oh man, I don't. Would let's just do smoke.
Smoke.
Like
okay.
smoking.
All right.
I don't know why I did that. I made the gesture of smoking, even though you're not here.
I can't
see
me
doing it.
I need yet another part of the body.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. Let's go with forehead.
Forehead, very nice. All right, and you ready? This is the last one. So
yeah,
make it count. Make it count. It's a good way.
Yep.
You can make it a good one too. Celebrity.
Celebrity. Oh man. Oh.
No pressure.
This is a good. God damn it, dude. Do you have any ideas?
No.
Fuck. Would you consider Leon Kennedy a celebrity?
You know what? For our purposes, absolutely.
All right. Leon Kennedy is a celebrity to me.
Is he is he a celebrity in the games? He did.
I mean,
he did save
like
the president's
saves
daughter.
the president's daughter. Yeah.
So yeah, I would say
Man,
so.
I was playing Resident Evil 4 lately, and my favorite thing about that game is Ashley is constantly trying to flirt with Leon, and Leon's just like, nah.
Yeah, he's got a job
He's
to
like,
do.
I'm on a mission.
He's got a job to do. All right, Brian, are you ready
He
for
is
this?
the most focused individual. Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So once again, this is Run. It's Godzilla. Take a drink of water. Wet my whistle, as it were.
I hate that term so much.
Do you really?
I do hate it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Run for your maracas. It's Brian Kershaw, the most fearsome Chinook salmon in the world. I saw it emerge from the deep blue outhouse. It parted the sulfuric acid like an enormous submarine breaching the surface. Now it has its gaze set on the four locos of Tokyo, and it's shitting right this way. Watch out for its stanky breath. It just blasted that skyscraper and turned the whole building into Philly cheesesteaks. It must be 3.79 feet tall. Godzilla. So stupid out of context. Why am I splitting around talking to you? We need to high left butt cheek it out of here. Hop in my Subaru hatchback before Godzilla squishes it between its giant big toes. Oops, too late. Let's just smoke for it. Don't look back now. Godzilla's forehead steps are getting louder. Just follow me and run fast, like Leon S. Kennedy.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one so far.
We've been knocking it out of the park recently. He's been pretty good.
That is the most descriptive, like the most accurate description of the kind of giant monster I would be. Just a giant, disgusting fish, but also tiny.
Looking for four locos.
3.79. Yeah, looking for the four locos of Tokyo.
Yeah. Amazing.
You know, honestly, Japan probably fucking banned that shit because four
did.
locos
They
are
probably did.
Oh my god! Did I ever tell you I had like four locos a few years ago?
I've never had one.
And I had one for the first time on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh god!
I think not last year, but the year before, and it was awful, horrible.
They're only imagine.
Terrible. They're terrible, but they're really funny.
They're really funny. Okay.
They get you so messed up, dude. I know it's the point, but like, wow. They do pretty good at their job. I didn't even know anywhere even sold them still.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of places have been kind of back and forth on whether they're able to sell them. I don't quite know. I don't care enough to know, honestly.
Yeah, not worth.
Yeah.
It's not.
All right, shall we move on to our main segment, Brian?
Yeah, we should.
By which I mean my main segment, mostly.
Yeah, this is a David episode.
This is a me episode. Don't worry, Brian. We'll have a you episode at some point.
That's fine.
There's a bunch of giant monsters in the From Software games.
Oh, dude, that's so true. That's so true.
So yeah. But that's for future times. This is me time. This is Doom. It's Doom.
This is Dave time.
It's Dave time. Shut the fuck up. Know your place, worm.
Wow.
Yeah, so Doom has monsters in it.
Whoa. Awesome. All right, that's it.
That's it.
We were done here.
That's it. Good job,
Let's wrap
everyone.
up the episode. Yay.
Yeah, we did it. But yeah, no. I like Doom quite a bit. It is probably my favorite game franchise ever. Yeah, probably. It's the one I find myself playing the most. So I would say yeah. It's the only one I have a tattoo of. So I guess by process of elimination, that's how that would work.
It's your From Software.
It's my From Software. Yeah. I don't consider myself like good at the game. Like, you know, you go to YouTube, like there's a whole subculture of Doom tubers, and they're all like They're professionals. They know what they're doing. I don't really know what I'm doing, but you know what? I don't care. I just like to have fun, and that's what Doom is for me. It's fun. I don't remember this, but I have been informed. This is some Dave lore for you guys. Apparently, Doom was in fact the first video game I ever played, because way back when I was a little child, when I had no memory. Apparently we had like the Doom 2 on like floppy disk, and my dad would sit me on his lap and we'd play Doom together. Again, I have no memory of this, but apparently that happened, so I'm taking it as fact. That's a canon event. And here, look at me now. So
Still playing Doom.
Still playing Doom. I was literally doing it like an hour before getting here to record. So, you know, but I've kind of always had a bit of a fascination with it too, because my cousins, they had an original Xbox and a copy of Doom 3, and I did not have an original Xbox. So every time I would visit them, and they lived in Pennsylvania, so we didn't really visit like all that often, like maybe once a year. Every time we would visit them, I'd always be like, we're fucking playing Doom 3. This is gonna be fucking sick, dude. We never got very far, like ever. But eventually, I think, was this 2013, I think, is when the BFG edition came out. 2012. Yeah, so there was the Doom 3 BFG edition, and it had a completely new remaster of Doom 3 plus the original 2 games, and that's when I first like played the first 2 games, and it actually stuck in my consciousness. And it was all downhill from there. I was obsessed to the point where I seem to recall a friend of mine. Actually, a friend of the show, technically our first ever friend of the show, Jake.
Oh, wow.
I seem to recall one time he like got kind of annoyed with me in school because I wouldn't shut the fuck up about Doom. So
that's pretty on brand for you.
Yeah, I know, right? As we near episode 100 of our Godzilla podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my history with the games, and it's ever since BFG edition came out, it's been downhill. I've been obsessed. I followed the development of 2016 and Eternal very, very closely. Not so much with the Dark Ages, but also that's kind of because they weren't really like forthcoming with development until pretty recently. Like they only revealed the game less than a year ago, I think. I could be wrong about that, but it was still a pretty recent news drop that they announced that game. But yeah, so that's where you come in, Brian. That's where you started to get in on this shit.
I have a significantly like reduced connection to the game franchise because I only came in during 2016 and then Doom Eternal. I like both those games a lot. I'll probably buy Doom the Dark Ages eventually. But yeah, I don't have the history with these games that you do. 2016 was fucking sick though. That was one of the first games I like intentionally went out of my way to platinum.
Really?
On PlayStation. Yeah.
I think that might have been the same for me.
I never really cared about 100% in games aside from Software games, which From Software games are like pretty easy to platinum, to be honest. So it's not really an achievement. Even if people say that it is. And I am not even one who has 100%ed all of the games, but I just know it's easy.
Fake fan.
It just takes a lot of time that I don't fucking care about. Listen, fucking Dark Souls 1, like, you need to like do several playthroughs with several different kinds of builds and get like different kind of enchanted weapons, and some of those weapons are just not good, and I hate them, and I hate the ability. I hate being like a cleric. I hate it.
Oh my god.
So Dark Souls
Oh
1
my
can
God.
go fuck itself.
Oh my god.
This is where I go off about
Oh,
From
no.
Software game. Yeah, I'll whatever, dude. But yeah,
Okay.
Doom 2016 was a pretty good platinum. The only downside was it required like a few games of multiplayer, which I didn't really like all that much. But it was good.
I mean, thankfully, I seem
was
to
fine.
recall the multiplayer trophies for that were like pretty easily attainable. Like I think you only had to play
It was
like
literally like play a game.
yeah,
more or less.
play a game, win a game. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. 1 second. Good old Howard is coming over. He knows.
It's funny that Howard is the most recurring person.
And
on
I
the
really
show.
is.
Yeah, and I've never been on a full episode. That's fun fact for all
Yeah,
you gamers out there, chat.
Well, going forward, should we even have you on for a full episode, or should you just make random appearances?
I should be like your stand. You just summon me.
I just summon you whenever I need you.
Yeah, casually. There should be one episode where I'm there for like 95% of the time, and then you kick me off in the last 5 minutes.
All right.
That way we commit to the bit.
we can do that.
All right. So yes and no. Okay. So for the multiplayer achievements, what it was simply like blah blah blah. You're right. Win a game, blah blah blah. But then they added DLC.
Oh, right. They forgot they did
For
DLC.
Oh,
armor.
I remember that.
Now it's actually kind
Yeah.
of easy on launch for the first. I think it had 2. And then when they did the final update, they reset how the DLC works. So if you didn't buy it, right, when it came out, I think when you bought it when you came out, you just had to play it for like about an hour or 2. Super simple, super easy. But once they changed it, they reset how it works. So they locked it behind a specific level in multiplayer instead of you buying the DLC so you own the multiplayer armor. So I think what I had to do, because I didn't buy it, is I had to get to rank 82 to get all the DLC armor. Now, so that means I had to play the game legit. Or, chat, hear me out. What if
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
there's a way to easily get XP. Now, what you do is you capture the flag. But I think with only 2 teams, and what you do is you coordinate with the other team and you run circles around the map, catching each other's points to a point where you're eternally gridlock and the game ends in a tie, but you get experience with every flag captured. So it took me 2 double XP weekends of casual play to get to it was triple XP weekends to get the level necessary to get all the achievements. So Brian, when you played it, it wasn't easy platinum because if you bought the DLC, played it day 1, easy.
I think I bought like the whatever season pass thing they had.
That's why it was
or,
super
like,
easy
the
for you.
expansion thing. Oh, that explains it.
Yeah, that's why it was easy. That's
All right. Well, sorry for people who didn't have the expendable income that I had.
I didn't even bother getting any of the DLC because I didn't play the multiplayer
sucks
at all.
to suck, I guess. Wow.
Get wrecked, losers. All right, that's it. That's your
Oh,
information.
you're poor. Sorry.
Poor loser. Oh, get money, get bitches. Bye bye, losers.
Thanks, Howard.
God, that's amazing. Yeah, 2016, I liked it. Doom Eternal was great. I think I don't think I actually 100%ed that.
Oh, I did. I definitely did.
I can actually check right now because I have Steam open.
Whoa. Well, I know you never played the DLCs.
No.
Despite
No,
me
I didn't.
bugging you to, because the first DLC
Yeah.
is really good. The second DLC
here's
is solid.
Here is the problem that I did not even get close to 100%ing Doom Eternal. But my problem with going and playing the DLCs is that it's been so long since I've actually finished Doom Eternal, and the DLCs are very endgame.
Yes, that
And, like,
was the thing I liked most about the Ancient Gods, is that it was very clear that it had expected you to have beaten the game and know how all the systems work. It did not. It did not hold your hand at all, and that's what I really liked about it.
I am on board with that design, but for somebody who hasn't played in a while, it's very hard because I basically have to go back and replay the base game.
Yeah,
and
I remember
continue on to Ancient Gods.
one time, it was before you had moved. I was hanging at your place, and
oh yeah,
I tried to launch into it, but like I hadn't played Eternal on a mouse and keyboard. So like I was still familiar with how the game worked, but like the control scheme was totally different because I was used to playing the game on a controller. So I was like, fuck, dude, what am I doing?
That was before you had become a PC gamer.
Yeah, it was pre-PC era Dave.
Wow.
But, yeah. I do want to go back and do Eternal on PC at some point, but I'm working my way through the classic games right now. I just finished Doom 2 today. I'm going to move on to the master levels, which are they vary in quality. Yeah, a lot of the Doom, the first two games I'm like pretty familiar with. Like I think there was only like I mentioned this on a What New Cool Kaiju thing segment maybe last week or the week before. I know the original game kind of like the back of my hand. Doom 2 I'm not as familiar with. I'm like if the first game is like 95%, I know Doom 2 is like probably 85%. That's the kind of the level I'm at. Everything else, classic Doom, at least for like official releases, master levels, TNT Evolution, Plutonia Experiment, I got nothing, man. I played and struggled through them probably once, maybe twice for TNT. And then stuff like No Rest for the Living, I'm like, I don't know. Or no, it's No Rest for the Wicked, sorry. And then Sigil, no, I got nothing. So Sigil, I don't know if you're familiar, Brian. Sigil was John Romero, one of the original devs for the first two games. He, for like the 30th anniversary of Doom, he was like, I'm gonna make a whole nother level pack just for shits and giggles, and I'm gonna make it the hardest fucking thing anyone's ever done. And it's kind of nightmarish. I will admit. I have not played Sigil 2 though, but I've made it through Sigil, the first Sigil, by the skin of my teeth. And then on the most recent re-release, they did do a whole new expansion called Legacy of Rust that I have not touched, so I have no idea what that's like, but I've heard it's pretty hard. So we'll see what happens there. That being said, Brian, it's the best time ever to play classic Doom because you buy Doom 1 and 2 in one pack and you get access to all those in one little program, and it's probably dirt cheap. I think you already own it because you already owned.
I do.
Yeah, so
I owned it. I got Doom plus Doom 2.
That's the one.
Doom 2, Doom 64.
64 is one I'm not super familiar with either. Okay, so I have played it, but not really. And by that, I mean I had played it before Night Dive did their remaster for it, and it wasn't through an emulator or anything. Brian, I assume you are familiar with the gameplay mod Brutal Doom.
Yes, I am.
So the developer of that mod, Sergeant Mark, did a Brutal Doom 64, and what it was basically, it wasn't a mod for Doom 64, it was a mod for Doom 2, and it basically it was a total conversion mod for Doom 2 that just basically reskinned everything with the Doom 2 graphics. It had all the levels in it. And he added some other enemies that were supposed to be in Doom 64, but were cut for space reasons. Like they couldn't fit it on the Nintendo 64 cartridge. Like the Revenants were supposed to be in Doom 64, but they weren't because they couldn't fit it. There wasn't enough data on the cartridge. And some other stuff. He added some weapons too. So I played that version, and it wasn't... That version of Doom 64 wasn't as, like, game-changing as Brutal Doom was for the base version of Doom. So, like, I can kind of say I've played it, but I haven't really played. Like, I haven't played the base vanilla Doom 64. And I would really like to, because that game is really, really unique. It's got a really unique kind of horror atmosphere that would eventually carry on to Doom 3. And it's got a really, really creepy soundtrack as well. And I'm trying to remember who did that soundtrack, but I can't. It's the same guy who did the music for the PlayStation 1 port for the original Doom. Aubrey Hodges, that's who it is. Oh, that got an official soundtrack release too? Wow, that's cool. All right. But yeah, so my gamer knowledge kind of only extends to the first two base games. All the expansions in 64, I'm not super familiar with. I didn't even know. So I mentioned that I've been on my current playthroughs of those first two games. I've been doing the pistol starts, which is how it was, how you would have played the game back in the day through DOS. So I've been doing that, trying to test my worth as a gamer. I do not know if I have the strength of will to do the Plutonia experiment pistol start, because I mean, compared to like nowadays, Plutonia probably isn't all that difficult compared to what people are doing in the Doom modding scene nowadays. But like for me, it's probably still very, very difficult. And I don't know if I have that amount of skill. So whenever I get to that, it'll be a nice little test for me. I'll keep you guys posted on that, because I've been talking about Doom for the past few weeks on the What New Cool Kaiju Thing segment. So whenever what are you fucking sending me on Instagram in the middle of recording, Brian?
I said that to you like a few minutes ago. What the fuck?
I just buzzed now. So, but
Sorry.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with classic Doom, at least. I mean, I guess it makes me feel old to think, but I guess Doom 3 would be considered classic Doom at this point. It's over 20 years old. So sad.
Holy fuck, dude.
2003.
That's disgusting.
2003, dude. Have you played Doom 3 yet, Brian? Or no?
I have not. I also don't even own it on PC.
Whoa. That's crazy.
I should probably buy that.
It's good.
So
It's better than a lot of people give it credit for. I think nowadays people have kind of come around on it. It wasn't received all that well by fans back in the day, just because it was like so different from those first two games, because it was a lot slower, it was more horror focused than action focused. But that's kind of a good thing in my book. I think it accomplishes that really, really well. I know a lot of people really love the enemy redesigns in that game. I know a lot of people think the Mancubus design in Doom 3 is like the best Mancubus design in the entire franchise, and I still kind of prefer Eternals, and I could say that for a lot of the enemy designs. I think Eternal really, really knocked it out of the park with the enemy designs in that game.
yeah, I mean, Eternal was fantastic with their designs. I don't think there was a single miss in that whole game.
I don't know if I agree. I think the Hell Knight they kind of dropped the ball on. I think it was perfect in Doom 2016 because
Wait, what was the Hell Knight? Which one's that?
Give me 1 second. I will send you a picture.
No, I'm already looking it up.
Okay. Well, so the original Hell Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember these.
The original Hell Knight in Classic Doom is just a reskinned Baron of Hell. So the Baron of Hells are red, the Hell Knights are brown. That is the only difference. Doom 3 totally redesigned them, and then the Barons weren't even in Doom 3. The Hell Knights just kind of replaced them. But when Doom 2016 came around, they kind of took that design for Doom 3 and tweaked it to the point where they were very visibly two entirely different enemies, and they worked differently too. And it was perfect. Like, that Doom 2016 Hell Knight design is perfect. And then Doom Eternal came around, and they didn't change it all that much, but they gave it eyes. And the cool thing about the Doom's 2016 Hell Knight is that it didn't have eyes, and it looked really creepy. And now it's got these big glowing eyes, and it's like, it doesn't look as cool now, man. Come on.
I am looking at all of them side to side. And honestly, I think the coolest one is Doom 3. I really like Doom 3's.
Doom 3's Hell Knights are good, and they're massive too. They really add for the horror because they're really, really big. They make the screen shake when they walk. It's terrifying.
I just found this in Google, and I just wanted to send it to you.
Oh no. Yeah, that's the Doom Eternal Hell Knight right there.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. I definitely like Doom's Hell Knight over Doom Eternal's Hell Knight. But yeah, I think Doom 3's is probably my favorite of the bunch. Yeah. I didn't even really. I mean, you played these games more than me, so I didn't even really clock the differences between Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal.
Yeah, they're
now seeing them side to side.
There really aren't that many differences with the enemy designs. The biggest one is the Mancubus between 2016 and Eternal. I'm trying to think what else. Like, I think the Pinky is pretty much completely unchanged. The Imp, I know they tweaked the color a little bit and gave him some more spikes to make it look more like the classic version. And the Baron was changed too. But they kind of explained that in lore that it was sort of like a subspecies or something. So that was one thing. I think that was the only other big one that was changed. Everything else is more or less the same. The Cacodemon is pretty much the same. I think they gave him the classic colors, same as the Imp. But yeah,
I love the Cacodemon.
Everyone loves the Cacodemon. It's like it's kind of the poster boy for Doom.
One of my favorite animations in any game is when you use the shotgun, the combat shotgun, to throw a grenade in their mouth, and they just
they blow up. Yeah,
they kind of they kind of do this. They kind of inflate a little bit. They just swallowed something they weren't supposed to, and then they explode. I don't know what it is about that animation, but it just makes me laugh every time.
There's another animation really I like that I can't remember if it's from 2016 or Eternal. But it's kind of hard to pull off, but you have to perform a quote-unquote headshot on the Cacodemon, which basically means you shoot them right in their eye and shoot the eye out. And it goes blind, and it just starts shooting fireballs everywhere. Yeah, and then it explodes. It's that one's really fun. Yeah, they got some fun animations. Do you have is the Cacodemon your favorite of the lineup, Ryan?
I don't think so. Let me think on that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna think on that one.
Because I don't know what my favorite Doom enemy is. I'm trying to think.
I think the Cacodemon might be one of my favorite designs because I just like how weird it is. Like it like when you think about what a demon would look like, I mean, the Baron of Hell is probably the most similar to what you'd think.
It's the traditional like devil looking thing, yeah.
Yeah. And like everything else is like kind of follows that design ethos, but then there's just the Cacodemon, which is just a giant ball of meat with some hands. So I like that design, but I don't know if they're my favorite. Let me think. I like the big spiders.
Oh, the
The big
Arachnotrons
spiders are cool.
Oh, okay, hold
I
on.
like the Arachnotrons.
I need to
But they can border on the side of annoying if there's too many of them.
You don't know the half of it, Brian. As someone who has not played classic Doom, you don't know the half of it.
All right.
Dude, a lot of Arachnotrons in one single space in classic Doom is a fucking death sentence. It's they're rough because so the way they work in classic Doom, they don't stop firing unless you interrupt them or they break line of sight. Like they will just continue. They will just continue shooting at you, and it does a lot of damage.
That's how they felt in Eternal.
Yeah.
So
that being said, let me see if I can find it because the Arachnotron death sound in classic Doom is one of my favorite video game sound effects ever. It is such a satisfying sound effect. I gotta find this for you. It's even better if you kill it with the super shotgun because the super shotgun's firing sound effect is also very satisfying. So you can double up on the satisfying sound effects. Please listen to this, Brian. Please listen to it.
All right. That's good. I like that.
It's great. I love it. There's a whole there's a really
I did just think of my favorite.
Did you? Okay.
So it did. It's the what are the flying ones with the cannons on their shoulders called?
Oh, the Revenant.
The Revenant. I love
He's
them.
a classic.
I remember was Doom Eternal where to get like the super shotgun you like take one over like you like
oh yeah
is that right, like you play as it for a little bit,
yeah, which was basically a demo for the multiplayer for Doom Eternal, which wasn't very good.
Yeah, it wasn't, but that part of the game was great.
It's fun. Yeah.
And I also just really like fighting them. I think like they're not like the hardest enemy in the world, but like they're pretty formidable if you're not paying attention. And I like enemies like that, where like they're not an outright danger to you, but they can be if you're like playing like shit.
So the same can be said for the classic version because their rockets are a lot more deadly in the classic version of the game.
I also just really love how they look. They look really cool.
Did you see for the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remaster, you can play as the Revenant as well as the Doomslayer?
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, which is it's really nice that they brought the Doomslayer back because he was included as a playable character in the PC version of the original game. It kind of sucks that it's a pre-order bonus for it, but it's still neat.
Also, shout out to the to those like the big demon guy boss in Eternal. He's kind of like midway through the game and he has the shield.
The Marauder?
No, not the Marauder. Oh man, what are they called?
Oh, the Gladiator. The Gladiator.
Yeah, big shout out to the Gladiator. Really, really, really excellent design.
That is a good design.
I like that boss. I like that boss fight, and they used the good music from the trailer.
Yes,
in that fight. So, yeah,
it's I don't know if it was ever actually confirmed, but the Gladiator at least it looks like it. Like his face is modeled after the classic Baron of Hell and Hell Knight sprites. It's a really cool callback.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm having trouble deciding. There's too many good ones, man.
It's kind of funny. I actually like kind of don't like how the Baron of Hell looks. I think it looks like too basic for Doom.
I think that sort of works in its favor, though. It's like, this is what you think a demon looks like, but here's all these other ones. I don't know. It fills its niche, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It's just not my favorite. Oh my god! Also, another shout out to the Icon of Sin. Ooh,
the Icon
I love
of
Icon.
Sin. Oh, the Icon of Sin. I fought him just earlier because he's the final boss in Doom 2.
I'm trying to think here. Like 2016 enemies or fights that I really liked. I really liked the Cyber Demon fight in 2016. That was a really good fight.
I remember thinking it was really ballsy to have the first boss fight in the game halfway through the game.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. But honestly, like I didn't mind the minimal number of boss fights. I think Doom is better served having just big waves of enemies.
I mean, that's kind of how it was back in the day. Like, even the boss enemies in classic Doom, like the Cyber Demon and the Spider Mastermind, like they were later used in not boss scenarios. So it's like there wasn't the Icon of Sin was really the only boss, quote unquote, enemy that you didn't see very often.
You know, I was just thinking. I just said that, like, I think it's better served having more enemies, but I also think something good to do is have like major enemies amongst the, enemies that you need to prioritize, which I think Doom Eternal did a lot of. And I was trying to think of an example, and the Cyber Demon is literally an example, because the Cyber Demon is almost like a major enemy, like mini boss kind of thing in Eternal, and later becomes more regular, like after you get the sword, if I'm recalling correctly. So that's kind of funny, actually. I don't have how many boss fights did Doom Eternal have? I don't even remember. I know that they reused a lot of bosses.
Not really. They had the Doom Hunter, and then that became a recurring enemy. And I think that was the only one.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Awesome design. Dude, I got real sick
Hunter design.
I got real sick of Doom Hunter, though.
You can delete them real quick if you're a good gamer.
Well, you're the one who plays Doom a lot. I usually only play through it once, aside from Doom 2016. I played through Doom 2016 a lot. So
yeah, I don't know. I do like the design wise. I think the Tyrant in Doom Eternal is probably my favorite, because it's the best version of the let's take the classic sprite and make it look pretty with modern day graphics that they started with in 2016. Like it just looks like the classic Cyber Demon. It's not quite as deadly as the classic Cyber Demon, but he's still pretty intimidating.
Yeah, I really like the Tyrant. He looks fucking sick. I do not like how its legs look. The one like flesh leg. I'm looking at a picture. I'm looking at a picture of it now, and it just looks wrong.
Is he a little too smooth for you, Brian?
No, he's like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the lighting in the picture.
Okay.
But it's just his the claws or whatever on his feet are like just weird. I don't know. It's hard to. Okay. You guys look up a picture of it. You decide. I don't need to plead my case.
Yeah, here. Go look up Tyrant feet pics and see what comes up.
Yeah, do it. Okay.
What do you think of the lore, Brian? How do you feel about the lore in Doom?
I
Now
don't
that
really know
now that there
any
is
Doom
lore. Oh, did you not read
I
the
don't
lore,
really
all the lore drops in Doom Eternal?
No, no. I listen. Listen. I care a lot about Dark Souls lore, but it's basically the only thing that I can like. I only have enough space for one.
Okay,
You know?
I got you. I understand.
Yeah.
Um,
It like some lore is just it's just so specific that I can only remember like what thing.
that's fair. I liked the fact that they expanded on the lore. For the most part, there's some stuff in the DLC that I didn't love, and it made it just a little more confusing. Because back in 2016, people were already theorizing that, like, oh, is the Doomslayer the same guy from the first couple of games? And they just went all in on that in Eternal and the DLCs, and they just made it more complicated by doing that, which you wouldn't think would be the case considering those first couple of games have little to no story whatsoever. But they just they bit off more than they could chew, I feel. Some of it works, but not all of it does. I do like the fact that they kind of made it into like a sci-fi fantasy epic, and that seems to be even more so with the Dark Ages. I really love the kind of medieval aesthetic they're going for with that. It looks really, really cool. I don't know. I'm a little worried as to how that's going to further complicate the lore. Especially because the current theory, Brian, is that this is going to be a Quake crossover.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I haven't played Quake. I owned the first game, but I haven't actually played it myself. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, like the general thought theory is that like id Software wanted to make a Quake game, but like no one really cares about Quake nowadays. They're like, okay, I guess we'll do a Doom game and make it look like Quake.
That's like, I mean, I guess so, but like, look at it this way: like, no one cares about Quake because a Quake game hasn't come out.
Exactly.
In
Exactly.
fuck many years.
Exactly.
If you make a game that looks cool and you market it correctly, then people will care about it.
I mean, Quake 4 came out.
You can't just expect the same amount of people to give a shit about Quake after fucking 20 or whatever years.
Yeah.
Like what?
Quake 4 came out in 2005. The next game was Quake Champions, and that's just a multiplayer. That's just a multiplayer game. Which to be fair, so Quake 3 was also only multiplayer, but Quake Champions was basically a hero shooter.
Yucky.
Yeah, but you could play as the Doomslayer and BJ Blazkowicz. So that's
cool.
That's cool.
That's cool. And I mean, it's probably that's like an early hero shooter when like before they became shitty and annoying.
Actual release is 2022, but it was in early access for a while. Oh yeah, closed beta in April 6th, 2017, early access in August of that year. So yeah, 2017. So about the same time as Overwatch became a thing.
Okay. Damn. Back when Overwatch was the most popular game.
I know. Who could have just think it could have been Quake Champions, but I think it was.
Did I ever tell you that I actually played a lot of Overwatch?
Did you really? That's crazy.
I did. I played a lot of Overwatch. I don't know how many hours, but a lot of it.
I never would have expected that of you, Brian.
It's like
it's like I don't even know who you are anymore.
It was I don't know. It was just a popular game to play, and people were playing it, so I was playing it, and I was really good with what was it, Zenyatta? So I just played that all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spent
a lot of money. A lot of money.
A lot of money. Okay.
A lot of money. Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh boy.
Hey, so that music's pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Real good.
All of
2016, excellent music. Eternal, somehow even better. I don't know. I mean, the music fiasco aside with
Yeah, that's a big no-no. But I do think that the music in the DLC that Andrew Hulshult and David Levy did was very, very good. And I've noticed that David Levy has actually been posting some of the tracks on his YouTube channel, because even today, like, we still haven't gotten an official release for the Doom Eternal soundtrack, even the Ancient Gods stuff, but Levy's been posting officially mixed tracks on his YouTube channel. I'm like, hey, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. But even like the classic stuff, like Bobby Prince's work on the first 2 games is like really, really solid. Like, there's a reason stuff like At Doom's Gate is as popular as it's as iconic as it is. It's one of those iconic video game songs. And also,
I feel like most Doom music, if you play it to somebody, they'll probably guess where it's from.
Yeah. So, well, it's funny. I'm not gonna. I wish I could put it. Well, actually, it doesn't matter, because I don't monetize this podcast, so I could do whatever the hell I want. I can put copyrighted music here, and it should be fine. We'll see.
Just play it really really slowed down and distorted.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you won't be able to tell. So, Brian, are you familiar with Between the Buried and Me?
No.
They are a progressive metal band. They're very good progressive metal band, bro. Like, one of the best in the business. One of their big songs is called Obfuscation, and it came on the other day, and there is like a riff that kind of leads into a solo in like halfway through the song, and I swear to God, it's almost not quite, but almost exactly the same as the solo in Running from Evil from Doom 2. I'll show you later when we're done here, but it's kind of scary how close it is. And I looked it up, like, no one has made this connection yet, and I'm like, what the hell? What's going on here? But no, yeah, Bobby. I love Bobby Prince.
You told me about this.
I only just made this discovery like earlier this week, so I don't know.
Maybe there was another thing that you said sounded like, I don't know.
I remember.
I don't know. Maybe deja vu. I don't know.
Maybe I just won't shut up about Doom. That might be it too.
I mean, that is true. I mean, people have clearly told you that you talk too much about Doom.
They have. But no, yeah, I would love. I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten like a full official soundtrack release for those original games. But I guess you don't really see that all that often for like older video games. That's more of like a 2000s onward kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would still like.
I mean, we don't get a lot of like full releases for like modern game soundtracks.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
It's not as common as you might think it would be.
It should be though. Video game music
at least physical releases.
Yeah,
I know that a lot of
games
release. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I would.
I know like quite a few games put their soundtracks on like Spotify and YouTube, but it's still not like, I mean, game companies aren't obligated to do that.
That's true. They aren't.
So,
but like I would still at least like to have a digital streaming version available to me. It would be nice. I don't even know if the Doom 3 soundtrack is available on streaming, which sucks because that's a good soundtrack too. And Brian,
is it?
Fun fact. Do you know who did the music for Doom 3?
Who?
Where is the? Or maybe it may have been just the main theme, but the composer for Doom 3, yeah, Chris Vrenna. Do you know who Chris Vrenna is? He was the drummer for Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson.
Wow, really?
And he did the music for Doom 3.
You know, that's funny. I was just listening to Nine Inch Nails the other day, and I like never listened to them.
They're great. Funny. And so now you know that Doom 3 is a sort of Nine Inch Nails album, which actually that kind of goes back. Quake, Trent Reznor did the soundtrack for the original Quake. So
Wow.
actually the Quake, the original Quake soundtrack is basically a Nine Inch Nails album, because in those early days it was just Trent Reznor himself. Even now I think it's still technically just him.
Fucking Nine Inch Nails got their fingers in everything in
They
its
really
software.
do.
Wow, that's weird. Maybe they're just like friendly with the development studio.
Maybe. I don't know if
It's just
if they still are. I mean, Doom 3 was again
I guess a lot of
2004.
time has passed.
Yeah.
So you know.
Fuck it. Get Trent Reznor to do the next
I mean,
Doom
look at the
soundtrack.
relationship between fucking what's his face and Bungie, the
Oh, Marty. Yeah.
Marty. Did you know that Marty was like running for Congress?
Yes,
or
I did.
something
I kept getting ads for it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
as a Republican.
Gross.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I wonder how that went.
I don't know. I
never
don't.
looked-
probably
never looked.
probably went nowhere, because I feel like we would have heard about it by now.
I mean, it would be weird, and I'm sure that I would have heard about it, considering I'm still somehow getting YouTube videos about Halo. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been super into Halo.
Well, yeah, because the last couple games weren't good.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? For all of its faults, Halo Infinite ended up being fine. It was fine.
It was fine.
The multiplayer was, I didn't like it, but the campaign was fun. It was
Okay.
fun.
I'll take your word for it.
But hey, you know what? That's coming from a person who's played Halo 4 probably more than anybody else.
You know what? That's so true, Brian.
Because yeah, I mean, you and I have probably played it more
We
than
have.
anybody else.
We have. That's honestly, Halo 4 is probably the Halo game I have played the most.
Oh, definitely. I mean, me too. I've played through Halo CE quite a bit, but I don't think it's. I mean, we have played through Halo 4 a lot because it is very easy to get through in one sitting.
It is.
God, we are just going off the rails.
I know. We should do that again sometime.
Well, I mean, Halo and Doom. I mean, we almost got the crossover with.
I know.
With
with the secret level.
it was
yeah.
so. The secret level that fucking pissed me off more than anything, because the direct quote from like Microsoft just didn't think it would be received well, and
It
I
is
just
crazy.
I can't imagine
crazy.
it not. That is something that people have been like fantasizing about forever. Like both big green guys from the gaming,
Both big
sphere,
green guys.
both of the big green guys getting together for the first time. Like who wouldn't be psyched
Yeah.
about that?
Well, they
Like,
just,
what the fuck, man?
Death Battle just did a rematch between them, and apparently it was really cool.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine a crossover with Halo and Doom, and the Doom Slayer and Master Chief are fighting a covenant that has allied with the demons of hell?
I mean, that sounds
Like-
pretty. I mean, honestly, that's sort of what they're doing with the Dark Ages. Not the Covenant, obviously, but apparently, like, Hell has made a pact with the cosmic realm, because that's the thing they're doing. They're like doing like weird Lovecrafty stuff now, which is what people are thinking with the Quake stuff is bringing in.
Oh, Lovecraftian. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
I
now
mean,
I'm a little interested.
I mean, hold on, Brian. Did you see like the Cacodemon redesign?
No, but I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, look, that's you can barely even tell it's a Cacodemon because it looks so different. It's just weird tentacles and Lovecraftian stuff. It's really creepy. The Baron, they just this is from a video they posted earlier this week. They redesigned the Baron to look all weird and Lovecrafty, and it looks really, really cool. Actually.
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
That's just a giant Cthulhu head, man.
Yeah, dude.
I think that might be one of my favorite Cacodemon designs. Wow. I don't know if that's like a hot take or anything, but wow. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean by Lovecraftian shit.
Yeah. So maybe that means Quake stuff, because Quake delved into a lot of like the Lovecraftian mythology, not mythology, but it was very heavily inspired. So who knows? I don't know. Could be a
Well,
Quake thing.
I don't know. I don't know if you know this, but technically, like Cthulhu and Lovecraft stuff is like public
Oh,
domain.
public domain. Yeah, that's true.
So, and you should know that because Cthulhu appeared in Underwater.
That is also true. So
Sorry for the Underwater spoiler. If you
for
haven't
a
seen it,
movie
go watch
from
it.
like 4 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? It's a diamond in the rough. Not a lot of people have seen it.
That is true. So good job, Brian. You spoiled it for everyone who hasn't seen it.
Sorry
piece of
to our
shit.
30 listeners.
You piece of shit.
Sorry, guys. Hey, you could just bleep it out. You could save the day right now and make me look like a dick.
I really could. I don't know.
Just do that. Just do that.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else we want to talk about
Well,
Doom before we move on to our final segment, Brian? 'Cause I think I've reached my limit.
Has there been any discussion or news about, like, is this going to be like the final game of a trilogy, or are they going to keep going?
I don't know. I mean, this is a prequel, so who
It's a
knows?
prequel.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that. Yeah, this is a prequel.
Well, I guess it makes sense because everything is old and shitty.
Yeah, so the DLC for Eternal kind of like left off on a pretty definitive note. Whether or not they do a sequel in the future, it's unclear, but like that very well could just be the end of the story. So yeah, this takes place. Dark Ages takes place between 64 and Eternal. In some point in there, there's like a couple thousand years of weird time and lore between those two games.
So now, like, officially every game is canon to each other?
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they confirmed that the Doomslayer was in fact the Doom guy or the Doom Marine. There was a whole they put that in the base game of Eternal, because you saw the classic helmet.
Well, yeah, but I just mean, like, I don't know if they just went ahead and it was like yes, or if they were just kind of like indicating. That
Oh
it
yeah,
was
no,
true,
they
but
were
not-
like, yeah, no, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, all right, well that's cool.
No, because
I really should go back and play the DLC.
yes, you
I
should,
really should.
and also
But the game comes out so soon, but I'm not even gonna buy it on launch, so maybe I just
Yes,
should.
you got plenty of time. You're fine.
Yeah. Are you at all worried about the Dark Ages, Dave?
I don't know if worried is the correct word for it. I'm a little
I
more.
have heard a little bit that apparently the dragon parts where you're riding the dragon isn't very good.
Yeah, I heard that, but I'm assuming that's just going to be a small section. I don't think that's going to take up very much of the game.
It's probably just the big set pieces. Like, it shouldn't be that long. It's gonna be, you know what? It is the chopper gunner part of a Call of Duty game.
Exactly. That's a perfect way. That's a perfect metaphor. Yeah, I don't. No, worried is not the right word. Hesitant, maybe. Because the thing is, like, between 2016 and Eternal, like, those are two very, very different games. And like it seems to be that's what they're doing here too with the Dark Ages. Like, they don't want to make the same game twice, so they're totally reinventing the wheel with this. Like,
yeah, they even gave him a cape.
They gave him a cape, and it's not a cape. It's a cloak, totally different, because this is big and fur lined.
Gotcha.
It's like how Kratos had in the opening of God of War Ragnarok, and it looked fucking sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I love that thing. I can't wait for the next God of War game.
Eternal. I think they said it in like one of the first big reveal trailers. Like, Doom 2016 was run and gun. Eternal was jump and shoot, and now the Dark Ages is a stand and fight, because you're way slower and you hit more like a tank now. And I think that's a really clever way to kind of reinvent the combat. Like, you want it to feel like a different game. You don't want it to feel like the exact same game people played a million times, 5 years ago. You want it to stand apart from that. So I don't know. It's I would have to see. I like the fact that there's a parrying system now. Like you have that big shield that has a saw blade on it. That's really cool.
I love how that's like most game developers' answers to like we need more.
Yeah, let's just put
like Spider-Man, like Spider-Man 2, add a parry.
a parry system, yeah.
And like it didn't like, in that game I really liked it, like for Spider-Man it just doesn't really make sense.
So it's a weird addition for a Spider-Man game, yeah.
Because Spider-Man's entire deal is that he's just really fast and he doesn't have to parry because he's just fast.
Exactly. And I don't even think
this game makes more sense.
Yeah.
You know, obviously.
So we'll see.
I like that design ethos about the like different gameplay styles.
Mm-hmm.
My only thing is that Doom Eternal felt more, not so much like a different combat style, but like more refined with more mechanics compared to 2016. Like Eternal felt like a natural evolution from 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So this feels like they're really changing the formula a lot more. And I'm interested to see how that goes over. Because I was originally a little worried, like before we even knew about the Dark Ages. I was worried because I just think that Doom Eternal's gameplay is so refined for that style of gameplay. It is so refined, and there's barely any more you can add on to it. So this is probably the best direction they could have gone in. I'm curious to see how it goes over, because I know that people have been kind of poo-pooing it, or at least some aspects of it. At least when it was shown off. I don't know if sentiments kind of cooled down, but
I think most people are like kind of share the sentiments we have, that we're like, they're cautiously optimistic, I guess would be the way to put it.
I mean, I love Dark Souls. I love slow games.
Yeah.
So this is fine to me. I'm curious to see how it's going to go over with the style of game.
Yeah.
Because like a first person shooter is very different from a sword and board
100%.
You know, third person action game. Like it's different. It's just different. So I don't know. I'm excited to see how it goes over.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still not buying it at launch, but
I have to.
That's why I am friends with you, because you can tell me.
I can tell you. Yeah, I am. We had this conversation the other day. You're morally obligated to buy FromSoft games on launch. I'm morally obligated to buy Doom games on launch. That's just how it works.
Except that fucking Switch game. I am not buying a fucking Switch. That pisses me off so much. Yeah. Bloodborne fans cucked once again.
So sorry. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh man, the Bloodborne subreddit after that was revealed was the funniest thing. Like it exploded again.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was great.
All right. Yeah. Is that all? Is that everything for Doom, Brian?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, we could talk about the movies, but like, I don't really want to.
And I haven't seen the movie in a while.
We should do that for a Talking Toku movie night sometime. Watch the Doom movie.
Yeah. Well, I remember like people said it fucking sucks. But then I remember watching it and having like a pretty great time watching it. So
here's the thing.
I'm curious.
It is bad.
I'm curious to go back.
It is bad, but it's bad in like the mid 2000s generic sci-fi action movie bad.
It was funny. The fucking Rock was there being a fucking menace, and it was just insane.
And Carl Urban's there before Carl Urban got big. It's great.
Yeah. It's got that really cool first person scene that everybody thinks like more or less unanimously agrees is pretty cool.
Is the best thing in the movie.
The best thing in the movie. But I don't know, like it's fun.
There's also the directed
We should rewatch it though.
We should. I still haven't seen Doom Annihilation, which is like the directed DVD one that came out after 2016.
Oh yeah,
and people said it was fucking terrible.
I remember watching the trailer for that and just like I'm pretty sure you sent me the trailer, and I just I was like, wow, straight to VOD. Wow.
Yeah, I still haven't
I
seen it.
couldn't
I
have
don't know
guessed
if
that.
I don't even know if I can bring myself to watch it. I might have to be like really drunk.
I mean, it's probably at best, it's a waste of time. I don't think we should consider.
I like how that's the at best. It's a waste of time at best.
Yeah, it's a waste of time at best, and at worst, it's gonna like make you rethink your fucking life choices about watching that piece of shit.
We'll think about it. We'll deliberate.
At the very least, I am down to watch the original.
Okay.
The original Doom movie.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
And hey, when are we doing an episode on the Resident Evil movies? Come on, you're hanging me out to dry here.
Oh my god. I already did a whole 2 episodes on that on a different show, Brian.
Dude, Resident Evil could be my thing. We could do a Resident Evil episode.
We could do that, actually. We got to finish playing Resident Evil 6, Brian.
Yes, and there is a kaiju at the end of that game.
I know. But
at least for the first campaign.
Hey, every time I ask if you want to play it, you're like, oh god, I don't want to fucking play that game. Every time.
It's because it sucks. Unfortunately, Resident Evil is a bad game. I'm sorry. You have to catch me in the right mood to want to play Resident Evil 6.
I'm sure, I know.
I will stand by Resident Evil 5 being pretty fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like 5 up until the Wesker boss fight. But 6 is just shit all the way through. I guess it is kind of funny to like yell at each other.
Oh, it's great.
The commands.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah.
All right, we should move on.
Yeah.
I gotta get home.
Yes, you do.
Hey, Brian, what new cool kaiju thing you've been checking out right now?
Not a lot. I'm playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 again.
Yes, you are.
What up? I made the best looking park I've ever made so far.
Okay.
Looks pretty good. Other than that, nothing really. I'm trying to think if I've watched anything recently. No. Oh, not kaiju related. Shout out to Severance though. Love Severance. Watch that.
That is not kaiju related in the least. You are
right.
No, it ain't. You are right.
No, it ain't. It is not. But it's just too good.
It is very.
I gotta shout out. I gotta shout it out. So good. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not really doing a whole lot. I'm in the midst of a new school quarter, so
I've got a couple.
Oh, I guess also off topic, I was a teacher last week.
You were.
I was a teacher. I taught some high school kids about algae and shellfish, and they were all disinterested.
Wow.
It was great.
They're high schoolers.
Yeah.
Being disinterested.
I honestly, I know.
Who could have guessed?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know, but you know, I had fun.
All right. That's the important.
It was at least entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, slightly kaiju related because I was wearing my Mechagodzilla shirt.
Oh, there we go.
And I intentionally wore it so that people would
think you were
be
cool.
like, "Wow, that's a cool shirt."
And did anyone say that to you?
No.
Wow. So
that was a lie, by the way.
It
I
was
just
all
wore
in
it
vain.
because I had no other shirts to wear, to be honest.
I see.
And I actually ended up getting a lot of dirty water on it, so I have to wash it now.
Damn. Well, I would hope you would have washed it anyways, just because you wore it.
Well, yeah, I know, but you don't have to wash a shirt like after one wear, like one day.
I mean, I do.
Like if you don't sweat a lot. Come on, dude. It's cold here for the most part. I don't sweat like a ton.
Get more shirts then. I have a shitload of shirts. I have a shitload of shirts.
I wait so long to do laundry.
Okay.
So that's on me.
Okay.
That's on me.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I got nothing.
All right.
I
got a couple small things. I watched the Kaiju number 8 movie. That was the season 1 edited all into one movie, and it was pretty okay. They cut out a lot of cool stuff that should have been in there, but hey, that's what happens when you.
Wait, why?
Brian, they edited down a 4.5-hour season into a 90-minute movie.
I know, but like, I'm sure they like cool shit. What cool shit? What do they cut out?
Most of the stuff with Kaiju number 9. The fight between Kafka and Hoshina is completely gone.
Why?
That's the one I was kind of really surprised that they cut out. Those are the two main things that stuck out to me that I'm like, wow, they cut those out. Okay. Also, like every time I guess they don't really do that in the show. Well, I don't know about the show, but I started rereading the manga from the beginning again. Yeah, it just feels like he wins instantly every time he transforms, and it's like, okay, that's not really all that interesting, you know. They also cut out like the last arc, like the movie ends like when he gets captured and taken to the base, which that makes sense. That one I understand. Like I was honestly surprised the full series, like the season, didn't end there. I would have expected them to pick back up at that in season 2. So it was that one made sense. But it's okay because they added like a little bonus episode, slice of life kind of deal that was exclusive to this release, and it was just like the entire team has a day off and they want to know what Hoshina is doing on his day off, so they stalk him.
Just straight up.
Yeah, they follow him around all day to see what he's doing. It's really funny.
Wow, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. So
is this? Is this on Crunchyroll or?
I mean, it just hit theaters. I don't know if it's. I mean, I assume it'll hit streaming at some point, but
okay.
Yeah. There was that. There was Sinners, which is in kaiju, but it's vampires, and it's really fucking good, and it is as good as everyone is saying. Believe the hype.
I am interested. I'm going to see it at some point.
Gotta see it.
Our number one fan, Sam's birthday is coming up soon, and I think we're getting free movie tickets. So we'll probably
do it. If it's still
maybe see that, because I don't even think there's anything else like fucking out that I care about seeing.
If it's still, because I know you said you had an IMAX screen. If it's still playing on that IMAX screen, go see it in IMAX. I know Thunderbolts is coming out and is going to kick that out, which really sucks.
That was originally what we might have been getting free movie tickets to go see, but
Gross.
That fell through. I know.
Yeah. Sinners is better. Sinners is cool, and it's fantastic, and it's probably the best movie of the year. There's that. I reread Aragon, and it was still really good. I've read that book probably 3 or 4 times. I've read the second book 2 or 3 times. I've read the third book once. I've never read the fourth book. So this is it. I'm gonna read the whole series this time. I swear to God.
Is that a talking Toku
That's a
promise?
talking Toku promise. Is that I'm going to finish the Inheritance Cycle. I know that there's been talk about doing a Disney Plus series of Aragon, which would be pretty cool because I know that movie, people don't like that movie. And that's actually what I'm going to be doing after we finish recording here. I'm going to rewatch that movie that is apparently terrible, but I haven't seen since it came out in theaters and I really don't remember it. But yeah, we'll see. I would like to see that universe kind of come to life because the book is really, really good. I like it a lot. I'm surprised it holds up, 20 years later after I've read it. Dragons are cool, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Dragons are cool.
But that's it. That's the show, I think. I don't have anything else to say. Unless you do, Brian.
Yeah. No, I think I'm good.
No, hold on. Wait, Brian. There is one more thing to say because we didn't say it last time.
There. Oh, yeah. Go watch Dog Soldiers.
There we go. Lovely.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, we forgot to do that.
Did you end up going back? And
I didn't. I was too lazy.
Ah, you motherfucker! You broke our streak.
It's okay.
Damn
Because
it.
what if? Because watch this. If I say dog soldiers again right here, that means we did it twice this episode, so that makes up for the last one.
Okay.
So there we go.
Who's coming up with these rules?
Me.
Is it just you?
Me.
It's just
Brian.
okay.
You and I
All
are
right.
the only ones in charge here. We can make up whatever the hell rules we want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Who cares?
All right. All right. You know what? And if I say dog soldiers 10 more times, then we don't have to worry about saying it for the next 10 episodes.
That's true, but like we're going to anyways. We have to. We can't like
Yeah, that's true.
that's the easy way out. Are we really that lazy, Brian? I know we're lazy, but are we that lazy?
I love telling people to watch Dog Soldiers every episode. It brings me joy.
Good, I'm glad.
Every time I go and I look through my movies on my shelf and I see Dog Soldiers there, I get all warm and fuzzy on the inside.
I'm keeping count now. You've said it 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, Dog Soldiers. Okay, let's wrap this up. Okay. Dog Soldiers.
That's 5. All right, yeah. I don't know what we're doing next time. I don't even know.
It's gonna be another scramble.
It's gonna be another scramble because I'm going to All Monsters Attack, and I think I'm coming back on a Monday. So like,
whoa, big guy over here doing his outreach and networking and stuff.
I don't know. I might be getting no, because I think my flight gets in at like 7:30. By the time I like land and pick up my bag and get home, it'll probably be like 8:30. So there's probably not going to be time to record. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so I don't know.
We were just getting to be somewhat on schedule, and here you are fucking it up again.
What the hell, man? I'm going to hang out with a bunch of friends of the show. Excuse me.
You guys should all record an in-person one without me.
That'd be so funny. You know what, Brian? We'll go to Kuma's and we'll record an episode for you, just for you, a Brian exclusive.
Yeah, you can get like a cardboard cutout of me, and just like carry it around, but like a small one. Like I don't want like you shouldn't have a big one. That would be weird.
Yeah,
but like a small cardboard cutout of me.
I'll take over the table, and I'll put you there, and it'll be the talking Toku table, but it's just the cardboard cutout of you. That's the only thing people can buy.
I have a better idea. A better idea.
Okay.
So you get a. This is so fucking stupid. So you get a Brian Kershaw mask. Mm-hmm. So you get like a plate, and then you put like a cutout of my face on it, and you make eye holes and like a mouth hole, and then you turn it into a mask, and whoever's wearing it can speak as me. Like I speak through them.
Oh my god, you possess them.
I will be there. I will be there in some fashion, but it's just people pretending to be me.
Okay, that you know what? I like that idea. Let's do it. Send me a send me a high quality picture of your face, Brian, please.
Okay. What resolution you want that in? Do you want it so that you can see every pore,
yes,
every like
as high resolution as you can possibly get.
Every white hair.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can do that.
Awesome. You heard it here first, folks. Talking Toku is going to be at All Monsters Attack.
Yeah,
both of us for sure.
I will definitely be there.
Brian will definitely 100% be there.
Definitely be there. Yep. Okay. All right, we got to wrap this shit up.
Let's get the hell out of here. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Blue Sky and YouTube and Twitch. All that Talking Toku. Come join our Discord server where we name Brian's dinosaurs for him in Jurassic World Evolution 2. And watch the Doom movie 2005, I guess.
And watch Dog Soldiers.
And watch Dog Soldiers. That's 6, 7 if you can include mine. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what we're doing because I'm going to the convention, and that's that. Yeah. Goodbye, I guess.
Goodbye. Watch Dog Soldiers.
Watch Dog Soldiers.